there, my name is Beck, and you're Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I've been listening to Big Finish. I do listen to a lot of Big Finish. This is a review of the Fourth Doctor Adventures Season 10 of Volume 2. Sadly, not a recommend. Not a recommend at all. Mediocre to bad to... We'll get into it in the review. Before we get into it, though, can you hit the like button? Freaking awesome. I like to be liked. Can you comment? Comment is good. I got a whole stack of comments I got to catch up on. I'm behind my comments. Can you like, comment? Can you share? Can you subscribe? Hit the subscribe button. That'd be fan-dabby, double dosing. I always trying to bring you, honest reviews of Big Finish to help guide you in your purchasing choices or to commiserate with you, when they've been bad or to celebrate with you when they've been good. Fortunately, mostly it's good. Big Finish has been on a bit of a wobble, as is most of it, media in since 2016, shall we say. At the beginning's worse. This is another a bit modern day, bit present day release. Okay, as I said, before we get into it, like, share, subscribe. Go check the video notes. There is a link to the my Indiegogo there. If you could go and check it out, if you could support it, that'd be fantastic. You can support it in many ways. The way I really like is you buying it. I got these two freaking awesome graphic novels. Thank you very much for checking them out. If it's not for you, if you could share the campaign, that'd be fan-dabby, double dozy. Fine, so let's talk about Big Finish. So we're at this one over here. We got this is the cover for Series 10, Volume 2. Not a bad cover. Who did the cover? Let's have a look. It's not Lee Binding. Look, this is really more for me. I'm a graphic designer. So Ryan Applin. Okay, nice cover design. Perhaps the best thing about the set. The first story in it isn't a terrible story, but I think where this season's really failing for me is it doesn't feel like the era it's trying to represent, and that's really I think one of the first times I can remember it doing it. So season 9 was pretty good. It was in E-Space, and it just felt like it fits seamlessly into there. This just doesn't feel like Graham Williams or Philip Hinchcliffe's Doctor Who. It feels like late Graham Williams, like Graham Williams with with a Douglas Adams. Yeah, it feels like Graham Williams with a Douglas Adams script editor. So it has that feel. So it feels a little bit out of time. This story isn't a terrible one. It's actually it's good in a lot of respects. It's about a roguish time traveler called Thadeus Nook. He's a bit of an Arthur Daly type character. He's come across a time machine. He's offering temporal tours to the unwary. Let's read the blurb for it and see what it says. It's time for the trip of a lifetime. Come along with one of Thadeus Nook's time tours. See history as it really was. So this the story starts off quite well with where is it? It's in D-Day? No. Is it D-Day or Normandy or some big event in World War II where you have like a couple of clueless, or one clueless tourist wandering around, and he's arrested by the Gestapo, and he doesn't really seem to take any of it very seriously. So yeah, that was quite a good entry point into the story. Get to witness the wars and assassinations of sea barbarian warlords right up close. The Doctor and Leader encounter them, a most enterprising young man using time travel for his own financial gain. Yeah, again, but he's bit of a Del boy. I would say the Doctor is horrified at the irresponsibility. Yes, I mean he does look like he's going to just destroy the web of time. Web of time. They haven't used that expression for a long time. They say fixed points. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, because Thadeus Nook is about to learn that history is often best left in the past. So after this opening, it goes into a reasonably interesting idea where you have a couple of religious fundamentalists. There was this big event that happened in history where the leader of this cult, the evil leader of this cult, attempted to some big, a big coup, and it failed. So the devotees of the cult now want to go back in time. Two young devotees of the cult who really don't know anything about it want to go back in time and warn them away. And so, yeah, it's a reasonable story, not that engaging. Didn't really hook me in. Andrew Smith, fine writer. I've seen him. I've heard him do quite a few things. I will give this. I'll give this one like a 6 out of 10. It did. You know what? Again, it really feels more like what was it? Season 17. Yeah. Okay. Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams with Graham Williams. Yeah. So this one really feels that way. Skippable. It really is. It's very disposable, very skippable, which is sadly what the Fourth Doctor range I think has really become of late. It's kind of degenerated. Let's have a quick overview at them. So if I click here, should take me to all of the old ones. Go back. This is back. Dalek Universe looks good. I am excited for that. So yeah, this has been this season. Again, as I said, for missable, skippable stories that feel kind of out of time. This one, Day of the Comet, is pretty good because it's got John Carter in it, and John Carter is good. Is pretty much good in anything. World Traders, that's actually that's a reasonably good story. But see, and then they had the Shadow in the Sun just to show they could do something in lockdown. That just seemed weird. But this one actually feels like a Fourth Doctor and Leela story. So the season before this was the East Base set one, and again, really fit perfectly in there. Thematically as well. Then the season before that, it was its own thing. It had its own companion, its own mini-series. And I like this one. I think this is something they should really be doing much more with this range. So it's kind of meandering. This range is kind of meandering. And then we get to the second story in the set, which is Primal Design, and I'm afraid, this is a big thumbs down for me. Unfortunately, it's a 2021 feminist story which just disingenuously misreads history horribly to come to their conclusion. So this is about a real figure, I can't remember the name of the person, a paleontologist, this lowly born woman who was very good at finding fossils and the such. What was her name? Let's look at the cast list. It's was it Lucy Briggs was Mary Anning. So was a real person, and a lot of it is spent talking about the disadvantages of being a woman in was it 100 or 2 years ago before the male patriarchy. So the reason I find this kind of obnoxious is everybody, men and women, had massive disadvantages in their lives depending on who they are. Like, I'm fine. Yes, I agree. There were women were afforded less opportunity than men, less opportunity of choice than men in terms of like education, education and enterprise. But equally, and I understand bemoaning that, but I think the vibe, the idea they're trying to go is like how horribly stilted that society was. Well, no, not really. I mean, why can't we have stories about men going, oh God, it's so awful that no women do any dangerous labor, no women fight any wars, no women do, like there are advantages and disadvantages. Like women, generally speaking, had less of a burden of supporting their less of a social burden of supporting their household. So they say in the interviews then, this is a very feminist take, and it is, but again, I just feel it's very disingenuous. And honestly, I think there needs to be a real solid moratorium of female writers writing feminist stories in Doctor Who, illustrating how terrible life was for a woman, intimating that it was better for men. No, it was different for men. It was equally awful. The story itself, not that great either. Helen Goldwyn, she's a competent writer, that's it's worth saying that nowadays because they've had a few releases where they haven't been competent writers. I just feel this is a real rush to make sure that they are hiring female writers. But I just don't understand why being a woman in 2021 is any obstacle to writing Doctor Who or science fiction. So let's have a quick look at the other work that she's done. She wasn't Dalek Empire, was she? It was all written by Nick Briggs. Did she write an episode of Time War, Missy, Starcop? Yeah, like none of this stuff. Oh God, Substitute was not great. Did she write that? No, I think she was a director on most of these things. So it's a I will say reasonably feminine adventure in that it deals with things that I think women are more interested in than men normally. And again, I know the idea of saying men and women are not identical and they're not interchangeable is unfashionable in 2021. I just feel men and women. There's not to be said that anybody is superior to the other. Men are not superior to women. We're not superior to men. We are all equal. We're all equal, but we're not all the same. So yeah, we have a good episode or so of this with a kind of like Call the Midwifey type of drama going on. The monster in it is okay. It just doesn't really. It's got kind of again obnoxious feminist message and with a not overly engaging story. So okay, it's Tom Baker is always good. The other thing is Leela is really shown to demonstrate how women can do anything, And I hate being preached at that women are people too, because most sane people think that, right? Most sane people think women are people too, right? So I just don't think that's a particularly good message to scream at people in 2021, because we had it screamed at us by the entirety of the media and social media, and media, social media, and news media. We understand. Nobody's been fighting with you about this for decades, right? But apparently they want to feel like they're fighting a virtuous battle. So anyway, let's read the blurb. Dorset, 1830. The Doctor has taken Leela to meet Mary Anning, a noted paleontologist, but the duo immediately stumble into trouble. A body has been found in unusual circumstances, attacked by an animal, but one of a size unknown in the area. It turns out that things may not be some things may be better off staying buried. Well, most things are normally better off staying buried. So again, we have like quite kind of a cool monsters. Again, the trouble is, I couldn't visualize it being realized in any way on a 1976 budget, 1975. But it's Lucy Briggs Owen is very good as what's the name again? Mary Anning is the name of the historic. Is very good at Mary Anning. Lucy Briggs Owen is normally good in most things that she does. Performances are fine. Again, there are male characters in are incorporated basically to be doofuses. It just seems it's so tired. It's so tired. I'm so done. Listen, if Big Finish were so confident in this type of programming, just put a label on the front. Just put a woke label on the front and let people buy it or not buy it. Let us know up front what you're planning and we'll buy accordingly. But of course they don't do that. They don't. I mean, in all fairness, with Stranded, the Paul McGann story, they're pretty open about that. But with this story, they don't do that. And the reason they don't do that is because less people will buy it. Right? You put a woke sticker on it, less people are going to buy it. And so I just feel it's kind of a bait and switch again. Mary Anning, interesting person, and I'm not denying the disadvantage that her gender and her position in life she was born in gave her. I am denying that's the expression of sexism and male patriarchy, because men had equally awful lives, right? Equally awful lives, just differently awful, especially men of lower stature, such as Mary Anning as well. So, again, enough already. Enough. So there you go. I wish it was a recommend. I'll give this story, I don't know, 4 out of 10. So yeah, this is an avoid, completely skippable. Bit sad, really, bit sad. I do like a bit of Tom Baker, and he is getting old. He's not a limitless resource. So I just feel this was a bit of a waste for like bit of 2020 mind-numbing preaching, which I'm just kind of done with. There you go. My name is Elon Beck, and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell, so you're noted. You're most noted and notified when new videos drop.